In this video, we are going to talk about largest abandoned cities in the world. Before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. When people think of beach vacations, they frequently picture soft waves and white sand. While it sounds pleasant enough, if you want to make it a genuinely spectacular trip, it's worth thinking a little bigger. If you make the effort to travel to them, there are some very spectacular beaches all over the world, from some that are practically completely undiscovered to those that are tinted black and crimson. Here is a list of some of the world's most distinctive beaches, several of which might easily compete for the title of most picturesque beach. You'll definitely level up your next beach trip if you visit any of these. Number 10. Hashima, Japan. The abandoned Hashima Island in Japan is well known for showing up in popular motion pictures. Many people are unaware that this movie set even exists. It once served a crucial military purpose, but after World War II, it was completely abandoned and is now a collection of collapsed concrete structures. By scheduling a tour with local guides, you can visit the location. Number 9. Bodie, USA. There was a time when people came from all over North America to California during the gold rush. This applied to Bodie, which had at least 7,000 residents in 1880. It not only grew swiftly but also perished quickly. The town was already deserted by 1915. Now, all of its inhabitants have left. Nevertheless, the town is still well known because it now draws thousands of visitors every year. If you live in California, you can go there on your own because the town is protected by a preservation committee and will last for a very long time. Number 8. Tianducheng, China. China's Tianducheng is a bizarre, depressing city. It is entirely constructed to mimic Paris. Even the Eiffel Tower is unique to it. There are certain structures in this city that mimic those in Paris. The corporation or investor who founded this city intended to sell tens of thousands of homes there. But few individuals chose to purchase a home in this area. This gives the city the appearance of a deserted Paris. Even more depressing is the fact that China is home to many of these cities. Being close to Hangzhou, you can go there on your own. Number 7. Kadikhchan, Russia. Siberian weather, which is notoriously harsh, dominates Russia's Far East. Here is where Gulag inmates frequently perished. For many years, the only things this land could see were forced labor and a sizable number of deportees. These captives who endured the Soviet Gulag created the little city of Kadikhchan. To meet the state's energy needs, they were mostly engaged in the coal extraction industry. Later, as the Soviet Union fell and coal's price fell dramatically, it was totally abandoned. Number 6. Kayaköy, Turkey. Normally, you'd assume that all deserted cities would be unsettling. While most of them can appear a little rough, Kayaköy still has a lovely appearance. Southwestern Turkey is home to this Greek city. Greeks left a unique architectural legacy behind when they evacuated the city during the Turkish-Greek War. The big church and all the houses here have the same appearance. The municipality's distinct architectural layout is plain to see. This city has been abandoned for almost a century and is simple to explore. You may easily travel there and alone examine the ruins. Number 5. Kolmanskop, Namibia. Another city that swiftly vanished due to a lack of natural resources to exploit was Kolmanskop. It was initially constructed to provide a roof over the heads of workers engaged in diamond digging. But when diamonds in the region became more scarce, the city quickly began to disappear. It is currently abandoned and lying amid the dunes of Nabia. A local tour company that brings tourists to this town maintains a few of its structures to give visitors a better idea of what the country's diamond mining industry once looked like. Number 4. Krakow, Italy. Krakow, an ancient city in southern Italy, nevertheless has a striking appearance. Due to numerous local natural disasters, it was completely abandoned. Although it continues to draw a lot of intrepid explorers, it also made many cinematic appearances. Given that it is perched high on a mountain summit, this city has impressive overall architecture. The initial design was that the occupants would be protected from intruders. But ultimately, nature drove people away. Number 3. Varosha, Cyprus. Another abandoned city caused by the Turkish invasion is Varosha. Up until 1975, this was a popular vacation spot in Cyprus, where it may be found on wonderful sandy beaches. After years of Turkish invasion, the majority of the city's hotels and other tourist attractions were abandoned. These structures are so overrun with robberies and nature reclaiming its space that you can hardly move around them today. Number 2. Kodi, Canada. It appears that Kodi was never supposed to be a thriving small town. It is situated in British Columbia and is surrounded by settlements that all appear to be deserted, despite the fact that adjacent Sandown town is inhabited. But hundreds of these ghost towns now dot Canada as a result of the cessation of the extraction of its natural resources. Number 1. Pripyat, Ukraine. Perhaps the most well-known deserted city in the world is Pripyat. For inhabitants of the Chernobyl nuclear plant, it was accessible in 1970. Due to the infamous Chernobyl nuclear plant disaster in 1986, everyone had to flee the town quickly. In recent European history and in the history of Ukraine, it was the worst nuclear disaster. Despite being accessible nowadays with guidance, the settlement is mainly covered in foliage. These abandoned settlements serve as a constant reminder that nature's power and influence on our lives are sometimes underestimated. They also demonstrate the devastation that armed conflict between nations may wreak on nearby communities. Today's ghost towns are essentially open history books that we may utilize to learn from the past and avoid making the same mistakes again. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.